So the last time I made a video like this, it was 3 years ago when I was releasing my first Founders Club series book. And in a surprise to no one, since I haven't done videos since then, I'm nervous to go live. So this is pre-recorded, unless I get up the nerve to delete this and come back and record live later. But what I got today in the mail were my author copies for Pint Sized Entertainment, which is the fourth story in the Founders Club. And the first three books were published together as a trilogy. It was about 20,000 words for all three books together in that story. And then this story, number 4, is also 20,000 words. So book size wise, they're the same. But this allowed me to go kind of more in depth with details as Jace, the main character, figured his way through the club and gives you a little bit more of a inside look. See, I'm already doing horrible in my video. Okay, so excited to have the author copies. Figured I would unveil them together and we can see how they turned out. So they came in without all that packing like last time, and they're upside down. So I guess we'll start with the back cover. Got a new picture of me. This is, I love this photo. It was actually taken, oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm blanking right now, but Fab, Realtor Fab from Brian Pearson Real Estate arranged headshots for the young adult professionals in the area. And this is one of the pictures that got taken of me. So I thought it worked beautifully for this. And it's got the same kind of start to the back where it talks about, hey, this is a book about entrepreneurship, and walks you through the story. So we had Casey in the first story, Quinn in the second, Marcus in the third, and Marcus invites Jace to check out the official Founders Club that has been formed at school. And what makes this a little bit more unique is Jace is homeschooled. I homeschool our kiddos, and he's homeschooled, and he gets to participate with some of the kids who go public school in their club. Okay, so now I'm looking at the front, which you haven't got to see yet, unless you've seen some of my other posts. But we've got a similar style. We've got the strip at the top and the strip at the bottom. The first book, I chose orange. Ignore my price tag right now. I chose orange. This one I chose green. We got the Founders Club logo in the upper left and my name at the bottom. This time it just says new because we don't have 3 books together in one. Looks like my front image got cut off just a little bit here on the side. I was sad about that, but nothing crazy. And then last time I worked with an illustrator who lives in Canada and does entrepreneurship for a living. Doing the illustrations took up so much of her time. So I made this cover. This time around, I used Canva, got to use a couple images. As you read the story, you're going to see there's some Easter egg images going along with him. You might already have a guess at what some of those are as far as what they deal with in the story. Width-wise, this book is slightly thinner, which I knew going in was going to happen, but it didn't really register until I went to make the book spine and everything. And the main reason is not the word count, because I told you the word count's the same. It's because this book has several images every chapter that were made by Brianna. And I'd forgotten that, images take up space when you're talking about the writing and the words. And so for this one, for both the formatting ease, because actually that's got a lot more time involved than you think versus not, there's no images inside. So it's a little bit more in-depth story and it doesn't have the pictures to kind of help you along. We still got first chapter images. We got a little balloon animal giraffe type character that you'll see at the top of each chapter. So that's where we are there. So there's my little balloon image guy. I chose the same font for the middle as before, which is called Mullish. And the point of it, the reason I picked it is it was really intentionally made to be easy for first-time readers or just kids who would like to be able to easily read a book, because all the letters are written the way you would actually write them. So the letter A, you got your circle with the stick. That's the easiest one to point out, but all of them are made that way. It does not have serifs. It's a sans serif font, so it makes it a little bit easier from that standpoint as well. And then I was able to make it the same font size going in, so it looks good. Interestingly, I think the print on this book is just a little bit lighter than the words on this one. Yep, don't ask me why. Maybe they've changed their printing policy a little bit and how they made it, but it's still very legible, very easy. You don't have to crank the spine open super hard, and the print size is easy to read, but not too big. One of the comments I got on my first book is that it's easy to read, main purpose, right? But it's also easy to read aloud. And I don't know how often people think about that distinction, but I know when I've read chapter books aloud to my kids, sometimes the writing style and the cadence of the words can kind of be difficult. Like, it doesn't come as naturally as you'd expect. An easy one that comes to mind is actually The Big Friendly Giant. With all those made up words, it does not easily roll off your lips to read aloud, but if you're to read it to yourself, it's a simpler transition for your brain. So I got that compliment from a fourth grader on my first book, and I kept the same style, just went a little bit more in depth on the details as we went through it. So hopefully this one will also be easy to read aloud. And you're probably thinking, oh, that sounds cool, but I don't have book one. And since it's a series, I'm running a promo in June. If you buy the first book, if you buy my new book, if you pre-order it, because it releases August 1st, I will give you this book. So if you order it online, you can just show me a screenshot of your receipt, and then you'll get a PDF version of this one. And if you order this one, pre-order it from me on my website, once I get all of the book orders in, I will order these to go with it, and then I will ship both of them together to you, and they'll be signed. So that free promo, get book one for free when you order book 4, is through the end of June. And then in the month of July, you can still order them together. It'll just be $20 instead of $15, but you'll still get both books and they'll both be signed. And then August 1st, when this one releases, they both go up to normal full price for the print books. So if you want that, you can also get the ebooks. Same promo applies, but you'd have to order that through your favorite online retailer. Okay, so good news that I recorded this instead of going live, because my kids barged in on me right there. Anyway, just wanted to, again, August 1st, it goes live. Pre-orders are appreciated because that pushes it up on the rankings list, and that helps other people see and discover book series. These are about middle schoolers. They actually age up in the story, so they're kind of like freshmen at this age for book 4, but great for upper elementary, middle school readers. If you have a really strong reader, you could even go lower. You can read them aloud. I know the Warsaw Library has ebook version of stories 1 through 3, so you can always check that out on the Libby app first if you wanted to do that. But just, this is a fun journey. It's been 3 years since I published the first one, and my kids reading it aloud to them and them enjoying it, and then having some downtime while I waited for swim practice to finish was when I started this one. So it's cool to be able to put this out there again and have physical product. Again, I'm rambling and I should probably re-record this. But I'm hoping to order so many more of these to fill orders. I appreciate your support if you choose to support me. You can order directly from my website. I'll try to post the link when this video goes up. But it's kelly.mauger.squaresite. Wait, let me check this. Yeah, kellymauger.square.site/TFC4, which is for the Founders Club 4, because we're on book 4, and it will give you all the details on where you can get the bundle pricing, where you can order online if you'd rather do that, and then how you can claim your freebie. If those options don't interest you, you got a final choice. You can sign up for my mailing list, the waiting list, and on August 1st, when the books officially go live, I will send you an email reminding you that you can purchase them. Once again, thanks for listening, guys. I don't know if anyone's ever self-published or wanted to publish before. It's a fun process. It's definitely time consuming. It kind of feels like a child of its own. So to be able to say that it's here, it's coming, is awesome. I'm working on lining up some book signing opportunities locally. I'm supposed to be at the Buffalo Street Emporium. I believe it's in October, and then hoping to get a few other places too, but the dates are still in flux. I will be at the North Webster Public Library's author meet and greet, which is Saturday, July 11th, which is also the last day for summer reading prizes to be picked up at that library. I'll be there with a bunch of authors. It's not just me. But I might be able to bring a few of these. So if you stop by, you might be able to snag a copy early. But past that, ta-da! I did it again. Anyone in the author community knows how much fun it is. Again, book, barcode, fun to read, series. I now have 4 published books. How cool is that? I'd like to say it gets easier, and in some ways it does, but the formatting, the feeling like you know the story, that part becomes new all over again each time. All right, thanks guys.